Hello dear viewers and welcome to Have Sad Times. Wimbledon, one of the most anticipated sporting events of the year, gathered tradition and excitement one more time. Wimbledon, located in southwest London, welcomed players and spectators worldwide. Being the most prestigious stop on the tennis calendar, the tournament is not just a sporting event, but a timeless spectacle with over 140 years of history, royal connections, a tradition of white dress, and quiet competition on the grass court. In this video, we will not only talk about what happened at Wimbledon 2025, but also why Wimbledon is so special. Wimbledon, which first started in 1877 as a small tournament with only 22 men on the grass court of the All England Club in London, has evolved into a tennis spectacle spectated by millions worldwide. Women's singles categories were added in 1884 and doubled in 1913. The royal family's interest in the tournament gradually increased by the early 20th century onwards, becoming more visible especially after the 1920s. Today it's an integral part of Wimbledon that the royals stand in the stands and present the champions with their trophies. The grass court wells Wimbledon's unique atmosphere. Today, almost all professional tennis is played on hard or clay courts. Considering that Roland Garros is played on clay and the Australian Open, the US Open are played on hard courts, Wimbledon remains the only Grand Slam tournament still played on grass. This completely changes both the pace of the game and the strategy of the players. The ball bounces faster and stays low on the grass. Long rallies give way to sudden strikes and reflex play. This creates different types of probabilities of success among the players. This privileged ground of Wimbledon is not only part of the game, but also part of the tradition. Details such as wearing only white, the matches starting with certain protocols, and the trophies usually being presented by members of the royal family make the tournament a living structure in history. Wimbledon 2025 has again witnessed 2 weeks of breathtaking battles. But before we get to this year's matches, let's take a brief look at the overall structure of matches. The tournament is played in 5 main categories: men's singles, women's singles, men's doubles, women's doubles, and mixed doubles. At Wimbledon, matches are played over 2 sets for women and 3 sets for men. To win a set, a player needs to reach 6 games and be ahead by at least 2 games. When the score is 6-6, a tiebreak is played. In singles, the sidelines of the court are limited to the narrower inner lines, while in doubles, the wider outer lines are used. Matches usually start at noon and can last until the evening, depending on the business schedule. Center court and no one court are the biggest courts and usually host the most important matches of the day, as well as finals and semi-finals. In the final week of women's singles tournament, the court and the spectators witness a bunch of surprising events. Iga Swiatek showed complete control on the court as she could comfortably beat Belinda Bencic 6-2 and 6-0 in the semifinals. The other semifinal was a surprise. World number 1 Aryna Sabalenka had the upper hand at times, but could not withstand Amanda Anisimovan's determined and balanced play. Anisimova won the match 6-4, 4-6, 6-4, and reached the first Grand Slam final of her career. In the final, Swiatek dominated the match. The Polish star, who did not give a game to her opponent in the battle on center court, reached the championship with a historic score of 6-0 and 6-0. With this result, she not only won her 6th Grand Slam, but also demonstrated her superiority on the grass court. The semifinals of this year's men's singles demonstrated the rise of the new generation. The first semifinal of the tournament was Carlos Alcaraz against Taylor Fritz. The Spanish racket, who made effective returns against Fritz's powerful serves, won the tiebreak in the last set and marked his name in the final with a score of 8-6 in the tiebreak set. In the other semifinal, Jannik Sinner and Novak Djokovic were expected to play a historic match on center court. However, the match was much more one-sided than anticipated. Jannik Sinner beat his experienced opponent and tiebreak monster Novak Djokovic with a clear score of 6-3, 6-3 and 6-4 to reach the first Wimbledon final of his career. Throughout the match, Sinner's clothesline and up-tempo pace play stood out, while Djokovic struggled physically and could not match the pace of the match. In the Wimbledon 2025 men's singles final, Jannik Sinner had one of the biggest breakthrough moments of his career. The Italian defeated Carlo Alcaraz in straight sets 4-6, 6-4, 6-4 and 6-4 to win his first Wimbledon title. Before the match, it was expected that Alcaraz would dominate, especially in front of the net. However, this time we saw the opposite picture. Sinner was both extremely consistent on the baseline and made very clear finishes at the net. Although Alcaraz tried to follow the tempo, despite losing the first set, Sinner was in control throughout the match, dominating every area of the court and becoming the Wimbledon champion for the first time in his career. And the trophy rose in the hands of Jannik Sinner. In the doubles category, there was a historic victory. Julian Cash and Lloyd Glasspool defeated Rinky Hijikata and David Paul in the men's doubles with 6-2, 7-6 and 6-3 in the tiebreak to become the first all-British team to win the doubles title at Wimbledon since 1936. Their composure in the tiebreak was considered one of the key moments that led to this historic achievement. In the women's doubles final, Veronika Kudermetova and Alice Mertens defeated Xia Xu Wei and Jelena Ostapenko 3-6, 6-2 and 6-4. Although they lost the first set, they came back to claim a strong victory. In the mixed doubles category, many matches ended in tiebreaks throughout the tournament, providing spectators with a lot of fun. In the final, Sam Verbeek and his partner Katerina Siniakova defeated Juiza Stefani and Joe Salisbury to win the championship. Wimbledon is not just a tennis tournament, it's a unique stage steeped in the history, tradition, and passion of the sport. These great battles on the grass courts are part of a legend that brings generations together, is rewritten every year. The unforgettable moments of 2025 have shone a light on the birth of new champions and the future of tennis, reminding us of the pure excitement of the sport and the magic of competition. This is why Wimbledon will always hold a special place in the hearts of tennis fans. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy our content, please consider subscribing, and as always, it was Hafsa Times.